with a new episode of What's for Dinner. Now, if you watched the video I recently uploaded about how to clean and preserve shrimp in the freezer, this is the same night, and I'm making some shrimp for dinner. Shrimp makes me think Forrest Gump.
Boiled shrimp.
Boiled shrimp, fried shrimp. And tonight we're going to make shrimp margherita. You know pizza margherita? And it has tomato and basil and garlic and just mozzarella cheese on it. Well, this is kind of like that, but we're not going to use the mozzarella cheese. It's shrimp margherita, and we're going to do tomatoes, basil, garlic, and shrimp, and a little olive oil, and it's going to be wonderful. We're going to serve it over some angel hair pasta, and I know you're going to love it, so let's see what goes into this. We're going to put our shrimp, obviously, and I've cleaned all of these so far. I left out two because I want to show you how to take the shells off. We're going to do some tomatoes. I have about 4 cups of diced and peeled tomatoes here. I have about 4 cloves of roughly chopped garlic, and I have about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of fresh basil that I've had actually hanging in my kitchen. I just pulled some off there and chopped it up. Now, onto this, the way I peel a shrimp, I'll move this little guy out of the way, is I start underneath with its legs, and I kind of grab the shell, and I know that most of you probably already know how to do this, but that's okay. And I'm going to grab this part, and then I'm going to grab the tail, because I don't like cooking them with the tails on.
It's for those people like your brother who have never tried shrimp.
Yes, my brother is a small-minded eater, unfortunately. So,
well, that's the one thing he does.
And he probably is watching this, so there you go, Steve, sorry. Okay, there we go again. Start underneath where the legs separate from the body. Pull that tail off, and you've got a perfectly peeled shrimp. Now, I will also show you, if you are concerned, these are very clean, but the way you devein a shrimp is you're going to hold it in your left hand or whatever your dominant hand is, just like this. You're going to take a paring knife, you're going to run it down the back of the shrimp, and there, see it? You're just going to pull it right out. There you go. I've done most of these already, so. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to give these one other good rinse here. We're just going to set those aside. Alright, now, let me turn my heat on. I have about 2 tablespoons of good olive oil. You'll have to excuse my bags of sugar because, you know, it is canning season. I'm going to get this up to temperature. We'll be right back. I do also have a big pot of salted water going for my angel hair. Our oil is heated up now, and the way you can tell your oil is hot enough is when you, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but when you move your oil, it actually looks a little ripply when it gets hot enough. So, let's put our garlic in here, and that's just perfect. You don't want it too hot because you don't want to burn your garlic because garlic is very fragile. And since I'm not putting any onion in here tonight, you just want this to flavor that oil and get all of the garlic's essential oils to transfer into the dish. The other thing I'm going to add into the pan is some red pepper flake. I'd say about 1/2 teaspoon. That's going to really be beautiful as well. And is there really anything better than the smell of garlic sauteing in some olive oil? I don't think there is. This is just nirvana. Absolutely beautiful. And you don't want to brown your garlic this time. You never really want to brown your garlic, but you're just going to want to just about ready to proceed. I'm going to get my tomatoes. In goes the tomatoes. I'm going to put my basil in here as well. And this is going to serve 4 people. There may be a little left over, but I didn't want to overdo it. There's not a whole lot of shrimp to put in here tonight. I wanted to I've got 5 containers to put in the freezer with 40 shrimp apiece, and the last one I actually snuck a few out of so that we would have enough to go for dinner tonight. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put some salt and some pepper in here. Here's some sea salt.
We have 4 3/4 people.
Yeah. And this is a peppercorn blend, so it's got red, white, pink, and black and green peppercorns. And I think it has some allspice berries in there as well. Now I'm going to bring this up to temperature. I'm going to let it simmer for a few minutes while this pasta boils. And then I'm going to come back and put the shrimp in it right before the pasta is ready to be drained. Because we don't want the shrimp to cook too long in here, because an overcooked shrimp is like a little pencil eraser and it doesn't do anybody any favors. So I'll be back when this is ready. Okay, I turned the sauce down to medium. My pasta is almost perfectly done. I turned the water off. And now I also turn the heat down on my sauce to medium, if I didn't already say that. I'm just going to put this in here. I'm going to give it a good zhuzh to separate those shrimp. I'm going to put the lid on it, and I'm going to turn the heat off. The residual heat from that pan is going to cook the shrimp perfectly. So give me about 3 minutes and I'll be right back. And what are we going to do then? You know what we're going to do. We're going to fix you a plate because I know you're hungry. So I'll be right back. Pasta's done. Our shrimp is perfectly cooked. Look at how beautiful it is. And without any extra heat, we just cooked it with the residual heat from the sauce. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my angel hair pasta, which I have drained, and I'm just going to incorporate it into this sauce. Now, I don't know about you, but this looks like it's dinner time to me. I think this looks fabulous. A lightly dressed pasta with some shrimp. It's perfect. We even have some French bread to go along with it to sop up all that wonderful juice. One thing I am going to do, I stuck my coffee mug right in that pasta water before I drained it. I'm going to put a little extra in there. It's going to help to make this nice and saucy, because that pasta is now absorbing all of that lovely tomatoey sauce and the garlic and the basil. And that's just a nice little trick. And you can see a nice little light broth that it's formed in the bottom there. All right, let's fix you a plate. There's a couple of shrimp in there already. Let me get a spoon. I'm going to get some of that juice from the bottom. All right. I'm actually going to put some more of that pasta water in there. Just the rest of it. There you go. Shrimp margarita over angel hair pasta. Your choice to put the Parmesan cheese on the top or not. Some people have a distinct rule, no shrimp and cheese together. So, I think that looks delicious. It was quick, it was easy, and it could even qualify as a help 'em in a hurry, because this dish literally went together in no time at all, like 20 minutes. So, I hope you try this, and I hope you enjoy it. And until next time, I'll see you.